Dear ladies and gentlemen, it's confirmed that Joe Biden is probably going to tour Kenya. The main reason why most people think that, and I also believe that Biden could be facing a lot of challenges, is because of this BRICS initiative. Mind you, Vladimir Putin has sought to create a currency that is a BRICS currency, which according to so many people, the acronym is for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. That's the acronym for BRICS. BRICS is going to be alternative mechanism for international payment. So it's the pressure from this push that makes the US uncomfortable. Before South Africa joined BRICS, it was BRIC: British, Russia, India, China, BRIC. But then soon as South Africa joined, now it became BRICS. So by the way, according to what we've gathered, BRICS is going to be gold bound. It's going to be gold bound, as not going to be a flat currency. So BRICS has given a very, very huge challenge to NATO and America at large. And it's for that reason that America decided to call all the 49 heads of state to the US to have a meeting. And I think this pressure is because of Putin's involvement in the whole thing, and Putin is the mastermind. Now I know why Biden decided to tell the AU that they can join the G20 as a whole. They can join the G20 so that it becomes G21. So Dr. Arikana said, Africa does not need the world. The world needs Africa. I think she was basically trying to refer to BRICS and the NATO influence. That NATO needs AU just like BRICS needs AU. So now it is only proper for actually Biden to come to Africa and Putin to also come to Africa, and not Africans to go to them. So that's why you find that Biden is alleged that Biden is going to tour Kenya and trying to make sure that he consolidates the support of all African heads of state and make sure that they don't get swayed in by this BRICS sudden influence. By the way, BRICS is going to affect a lot of the economy of America, according to the details that we got, because Saudi Arabia had to cut production of, I think, around by 2 million barrels. Saudi Arabia cut that production, and this was meant to choke the Americans' economy. Because if you look at the agreement, the OPEC agreement was that America would guarantee security for Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia in return would produce a lot of oil, a lot of barrels of oil for the US. So because America will not get that supply, that means America is already fronting a bill, and this bill known as NOPEC. This bill is only intent in making sure that they withdraw those security support for the Saudi Arabia, and by doing that, Saudi Arabia becomes weak and exposed. I think this is going to be detrimental, because if they stop the production or they reduce the production of oil by around 2 million barrels per day, I think, then that would mean that America's economy will be choked. America needs that oil. It will be choked, and for that reason, Biden will have to look for an alternative, a quick alternative to oil production, because it needs a lot of oil to sustain its economy. But this move is not going to affect Saudi Arabia's economy, because Saudi Arabia knows that Russia and China are the biggest consumers of oil, And by virtue of the fact that these two countries are part of BRICS, then I think Saudi Arabia is not going to suffer much as far as the sale of oil is concerned, those crude oil is concerned. So that's why Saudi Arabia made that bold move and knew that even if Americans decide to withdraw the security, that Saudi Arabia will rely on India, rely on China, and rely on Russia for security of its motherland. So these are the reasons why Biden is touring Kenya, because of this sudden threat by the Russia. Because I think Russia is trying is trying to fight back by having such kind of conditions. Russia is fighting back by making sure that he weakens America by cutting such kind of links. By cutting the link of Saudi Arabia, America's economy is already being affected. So now, even if America imposes bans on the Saudi Arabia, but already they are being affected because of this oil. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons why I think Biden is interested in Kenya ni kwa sababu ya ile mafuta. I think Biden knows that Kenya's oil inaweza sustain a certain level, and because Kenyans are still not on that level of producing its, manufacturing its own oil and selling to the world, I think Biden is coming in and making sure that he will take advantage of this oil that was explored. Take advantage of this oil and make sure that this oil, he benefits from it completely. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think Biden's move to come to Africa will help him survive? Kindly short opinions are below the comment section. And if you're a visitor who don't subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed.